little easier to take the pocket third base that Terrans like so much. But, I mean, No Regret doesn't really like third bases to even happen. So does that even come into effect?
That's true, yeah.
Only time will tell here as we load up our next game. Laralac Crest, Gravity Semper versus Storm's No Regret. This is going to be fantastic. We do have spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Laralac Crest. It's the blue Zerg No Regret.
And in the top left, we have got our yellow Terran from Team Gravity. It is Semper.
Okay, so recent changes to this map. You can see the destructible rocks there at that choke point at the third base. Those used to be rock towers, meaning that initially it was an open way and you could close it. Now it's initially a closed way and you can open it. So it allows players to take a lot faster third base. And it also increases the rush distance from Zerg to Terran in this particular setup. So already a bit of improvement in the Terran situation on this map from these spawning positions for Semper.
However, it is definitely going to be an aggressive game here from Semper. He's already gone for that early pool. He's got that gas mining. Soon will be at 100 gas, probably right when that spawning pool finishes.
Mm-hmm. Gotta love that. 14-14. And he is going for the version on 15 drones instead of going up to 17. And that allows you for a bit more aggression.
There at the extractor, there are 2 drones in gas. What do you think that means, JaKaTaK, not removing another drone?
Well,
could it mean like banelings?
Oh, he's going back to 3. Wow, this is really specific.
Yeah.
That may have been a mistake, or he might have an exact amount that he wants. Here we go.
A
lot of times you see the pull of the drone after the baneling nest goes down, so that way you don't have too much gas, because you do need banelings and lings to work together.
Yeah.
If you have too many banelings, they all just explode, and then you're just like, oh, I don't have any units. Crap. So that balance is pretty important. Oh! That Reaper just barely reacting in time there. Had he stayed for a moment longer, he may have been surrounded. Nicely done. Excellently placed bombs there for the Reaper. And the Marine getting a little bit overzealous there. You're not supposed to do that. You're a Marine, not a Zealot. And the Reaper going to move out. And nice target fire. I'm going to target the weakened unit. And
Speed
we have this low ground
seconds
CC.
now from finishing. So soon we will have speedlings. The baneling nest has also finished.
Yep.
So
Norbert's got a lot of money in the bank. And not so
does.
much larva. I wonder when he's going to take this expansion here. But nicely canceled there. Semper says, okay, all right, you got me. I'm not taking a greedy base. And,
7 banelings on the way.
Yeah. Using this command center as part of the wall, making like a double wall, can be very useful. But that right side is going to open right up as soon as these banelings get in here. And he just needs 6 to break. And he's going to move right in here. Excellently done. Using the splash damage to destroy 2 at a time. Oh, these 2 banelings. All it takes is 2 banelings to kill a worker. If you can get the splash damage in, he's chasing him down now.
Oh, that
nicely done. 9 workers killed so far. But we have these 2 bunkers behind getting loaded up. He's got a pretty low unit count right now, but if he can very carefully sort of keep things... Oh, no! The baneling's locking in that Hellion, but it is a pretty good angle for him. Ends up canceling to kill off that Hellion there, and he's safe over here where the bunkers are for at least a time, but all this area for the production is sort of in an island of its own.
Yeah, this production in an interesting spot there. The SCVs, they're doing an okay job. There are still enough SCVs here for Semper. He's also got a mule to get a little bit of extra mining in. More links coming across the map. Do you think that if No Regret just keeps pushing that he can, you know, break Semper, or do you think at this point something else might need to be done?
He's not building any drones here. He's just, I mean, if you first you don't succeed, all in again is the way of the No Regret.
Yeah.
And we believe in that. here at RSL. The way of the no regret is the best way of all. He can break down this. The weakness is obviously over here on this right side, right? He can break down the supply depot. He does need to come in there. I think 5 is actually the number that he needs to be able to do that. He's going to run through. Oh my god, there's no wall there. Oh, it looks like a wall, but it's not.
That's
interesting.
Oh, wow.
That's the problem with making walls, but the orbital command, you have to overlap 2 squares, not 1 on the build grid. Semper making a pretty basic mistake there.
That could prove fatal.
Yeah. He is running around these banelings trying to get hits off on the workers, but missing most of them.
Still,
Nicely done so far.
3 workers lost. That's not the biggest deal.
That's a really good hold for that. Ooh, and the Liberator's up now. Such an excellent moment at this point in time. He's a little bit off in that liberation zone, but this, I think, is going to put an end to the aggression, assuming he can still crank out more units out of his starport, but he's just got such a low economy at this point. It's very difficult. We are 16, 17 workers to 13, so economic advantage still for Semper, and not a drone mate. Oh my god, what a time. He's lifting up this. Okay, here we go. Do we have any banelings coming in?
Ooh,
looks like we don't. That's gonna absolutely go down in a second here. But
GG.
Semper holds it, moves on, and that was it. That was the rubber match, the match number 3, the decider of the fate of one of these players, and that was Semper. Semper moving on in first place in this group.
That was very well done. A very nice hold there from Semper.
And again, CC on the low ground. Just he's very confident in being able to hold that most of the time. Not all the time, but enough so that he could win the best of series. We saw all 3 games CC on the low ground, and he made it work. So very impressive showing here from Semper. Yeah,
I was very impressed too. That hold, it was looking scary at first, but he did manage to hold and did very well there. We are getting our next series set up now, so we are going to take a quick break, but it will be very short. Soon we'll be going into our next series, so make sure you stick with us.